Welcome back to Rajesh Kumar Academy. I am Rajesh Kumar Maity, your MA Gold Medalist and UGC NET qualified mentor. Today we're diving into class 3 of our Teaching Aptitude series. In the previous classes, we discussed the basics of teaching and the TNL model. Today we're going to cover two specific areas that NTA loves to ask questions about. First of all, the continuum of learning. Here we're going to learn what is pedagogy, andragogy, and heutagogy. And next, we're going to understand the modes of teaching. And we're going to see the difference between instruction and training, conditioning, and indoctrination. These are very different and very unique terms, and you need to understand because NTA asks questions from these terms and very important. These are very important terms. Okay. If you are aiming for the JRF, you need to understand the minute difference between these terms. Okay, so grab your notebooks and let's get started. So first of all, we need to understand what is pedagogy. It simply means child learning. Okay, a pedagogy, the word pedagogy literally means that art and science of teaching children. So it is means the art and science of teaching children. Think back to when you were in nursery or primary school. The focus, it was completely teacher centered. Okay, and if the teacher was authoritative, the teacher is the authority figure. They decide what to learn, how to learn, and when to learn. The learner's role were passive and dependent. So you as a child were passive. You did not argue with the teacher, you just absorbed the information. The motivation was external. Why did you learn? Probably for a gold star, a chocolate, or to avoid scolding. The motivation was always external. Imagine a teacher writing A for apple on the board. You, as a child, did not question it. You just did not ask why it is A for apple, not apricot. They just follow. That is pedagogy. Look at the Herbartian steps listed on the slide. Preparation, presentation, association, generalization, application. This is the PYQ where they have asked that the you have to sequence, you have to so the sequence of these terms, and it is by Herbert. So it was given by Herbert. You have to also remember this. So next we're going to learn about andragogy, which is adult learning. Now let's grow up a bit. We move to andragogy, which is the art of teaching adults. Okay, that means art of teaching adults. This is where you are right now. Focus, it shifts from subject centered to problem centered. The focus shifts, and here the teacher no longer authority figure commanding you. I am a facilitator or guide. If I am teaching you, I am a facilitator or guide. I help you to connect the dots. And the learner role is active or self-directed. So you as a learner, if you are learning from this video, you are self-directed. Not I am not forcing you to learn this. You are active and self-directed. You have your own experience. The motivation is internal, career growth or self-esteem. This is crucial. You are not watching the video because I promise you a chocolate. You are watching because you want to crack the NET exam for your career. The motivation is internal. Think of a corporate training session or a university seminar. The professor gives you a topic, but you have to research it, use your own life experience, and come to conclusion. This is andragogy. You have to make your own path, and you have to get own motivation to study what you want to learn and how to learn. This is called andragogy. Let's move on to the third term, which is heutagogy. So this is heutagogy. It is given by Bill Ford. So one thing I forgot to show you, that andragogy, a pedagogy, is given by Herbert. Then andragogy is given by Malcolm, Shepherd, Knowles, and heutagogy is given by Bill Ford. These are very important distinction, and you have to remember who has given these terms. So let's move on to the heutagogy thing. So finally we reach the highest level. So this is the highest level of teaching. Heutagogy, this is self-determined learning. For example, PhD. Here the learner is fully independent. They do not just solve problems, they find new problems to solve. They decide the path and the destination. The teacher's role is passive, just as resource provider. It involves deep loop learning where you reflect on the learning process itself. So let's conclude this. Pedagogy, the target is child, Andragogy adult, and Heutagogy self-determined. The teacher is in control in pedagogy, learner and shared control in Andragogy, and Heutagogy, the learner are in total control. The motivation here is external, grades, chocolates, anything, and internal in Andragogy it is internal goals, your career goals. And in Heutagogy, in PhD level, it is curiosity. What you want to, what problem you create and what problem you want to solve. For the example, it is school and training university. Then for Heutagogy, it is research or PhD. Now let's look at the modes of teaching spectrum. Now let's switch genres. Is teaching the same as training? Is it the same as brainwashing? Now let's look the spectrum. First of all is conditioning, habit formation or reflex action. This is the lowest level. It is about habit formation. It is about habit formation. Suppose that without critical thinking, the habit is formed without critical thinking. For a very beautiful example, it is used many times is Pavlov's dog. The bell rings, the dog salivates. It is a reflex. Similarly, when you see a red light, you are driving, you stop automatically. You don't think about it. You are conditioned. That is called conditioning. Okay. You need to find this Pavlov's dog example. You can understand what is it. Then training. Training is strictly skill development. It is practical and repetitive. For example, learning to type or learning to drive a car. Learning to drive a car. Your instructor tells, press this clutch, shift the gear. You don't ask, why clutch? You just do it, master the skill. Critical thinking is here low. Execution is high. So you understand that in training, method is discipline, drill, thinking, and learning type, driving tally. These are the examples of training. Let's look at what is instruction versus indoctrination. So this brings us to the most dangerous one and the most educational one. Instruction. This is what happens in classroom. Okay, this is what happens in classroom. It is the delivery of knowledge. The key features is critical thinking is allowed to an extent. If I explain a concept, you can ask questions. It is two-way communication. But in terms of indoctrination, this is the highest level of belief imposition. Definition is imposing beliefs or ideologies where questioning is strictly prohibited. So the example would be terrorist. When the terrorist uses religion to do violence. So that is what they are giving. We don't see the valid point here. So that is indoctrination. For example, it is brainwashing, religious extremism, or rigid political ideologies. In indoctrination, the goal is to close your mind to other possibilities. So, quick comparison: teacher opens the mind, and indoctrination closes the mind. Okay, in teaching, teaching opens the mind, and indoctrination closes the mind. So, to summarize today's class, we moved from being a dependent child pedagogy to an independent researcher Heutagogy, who also learned that teaching is broad, while training is for skills and indoctrination is for beliefs. In the next class, we're gonna discuss learner characteristics, what makes an adolescent learner different from adult learner. If you found this video helpful and want to clear your concept like gold medalist, please like the video, subscribe to Rajesh Kumar Academy, and share it with your friends. See you in the next class. Keep growing, keep learning.